Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Obviously, I'm somewhat feeling a little bit better, but to put things into perspective, I don't know what was going on with me. I was really freaking ill. It randomly sprung on one lunchtime, and then I slept for 22 hours. I woke up, I was still feeling distraught and ill. But look, I just want to say thank you for supporting the channel. We are going to get into the member duel replays very soon. We have recently made an adjustment. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent thing or still be a member thing. I just kind of want to get more duel replays out there. Anything to produce the Yu-Gi-Oh content that requires me to do less. Because as we know, it hasn't been very beneficial and nice to me throughout playing. So we will get into the duel replays momentarily. Adding to that, I have spoke with members already about introducing obviously member only games a bit more frequently because of it being a higher tier. Member duels will still continue. More than likely I'll record them off camera and have them as uploads anyway, because obviously when I do the member Mondays, there isn't many people that turn up to them, and yeah, I don't really want to be playing ranked as much as I really need to. Anyway, first things first, right, so confirm the opponent's deck. Okay, blind obliteration. Okay, so obviously running a lab build. We also have Mr. Trophy running Arcana. Okay, 50 card Arcana. Look, I ain't judging it. I respect it. I respect the fact he's built this. It is a fantastic deck once you start get to terms with it. But anyway, let's go. If things play in your favor, this is really freaking good. I ain't gonna lie, I gotta turn down this light because it's absolutely cracking my eyes up, man. Like, I've still got that somewhat minor headache. I don't know if the brightness is more beneficial or worse, but yeah. But overall, before we get into this, thanks for supporting the channel. You guys are absolutely amazing. I appreciate your support. Don't worry, Yu-Gi-Oh content will never go anywhere. I will be taking a break from ranks though. Like, if I manage to hit master off camera, then obviously I'll save any epic duel replays and compile them into one complication for you, if that's the right terminology for it. But fuck it, let's run it. Okay, so we have tracked add Lori trigger special summon. Okay, leading into a Requiem bringing out the Fiendsmith Lacrima. Well, I say Lacrima, but yeah. Shuffle back, engrave it to field, leading into a sequence trigger, target the Lacrima, play into Lacrima. Okay, the Requiem return, trigger the tracked, fusion summon into Rex Tremende. Rex Tremende discards a card, trigger in the Lacrima, send the sequence, burn for 1200. Okay, equip the Requiem, activating the Arcana Force, discarding the Goddess of the Two Sides. For a plant, she's quite attractive. Well, technically she's a fairy, but hey, here we are. Smash, definitely smash. Okay, light barrier, triggering off the sun. We probably should go over their effects, right? So this, well, let's rewind this. So once during the turn, once per turn during the standby phase, toss a coin. If the result is tails, the following effects are negated until the next standby phase. When you summon an Arcana Force monster, choose which effect to apply without tossing a coin. So then they brought out the sun. So basically you destroy all cards and spell a trap zone, or you can set one spell from your deck that has a coin tossing effect, leading into the Arcana spread. Okay. Bringing out the Arcana Force 5, the Hierophant, or Hierophant, fucking whatever you want to call it. This card is summoned, toss a coin. So heads, you special summon a level 4 or lower Arcana. Tails, special summon one Arcana monster from the deck to your opponent's side, which leads into Arcana the World. Which leads into, once per turn during your end phase, you can send 2 monsters you control to the graveyard, skip your opponent's next turn. Or once per turn during your opponent's draw phase, add the top card of their graveyard to their hand. I'm sorry for being such a tongue twister. I'm still suffering from fucking migraine and shit. So my vision isn't exactly top tier. Okay. So, sacking off all the monsters leading into the Arcana Force X, the Chaos Ruler. So, must be special summon from the extra deck by sending the above cards from either field to the graveyard. If this card is special summon, toss a coin. So heads, you can special summon a level 10. Tails, you can add 1 card from your deck to your hand. That has a coin tossing effect. But then also adding to that, while you control Light Barrier, your opponent can activate the effects of monsters on the field. That's crazy. I ain't gonna lie, you having that in Royal is sexy as fuck. Alright. Triggering off the thing, bringing back the world. End turn, back to your turn, clears off field. Wow. Imagine just being a guy going about his day, running Malice, and getting absolutely crushed by this. Obviously, he's not running Malice, he's a lab player, but he ain't even got a chance to set a trap. My question is, now, is the Cuckoo Clock to trigger off the lovely lady? Lady gets destroyed, but then he gets to attack again. I want to see a second to go. Like obviously, most of the times when you see duel replays, they're first to go, and that's all it really is. I'm hoping that we get like a second to go kind of play to see how you would maneuver around like certain fields. Obviously, you could say Ryziel nowadays or Malice or something. Okay, so we have branded. So going first. Oh, okay, so we've only got going first. Okay. I assume it would be a lot more difficult to play off if you were going second, maybe. But I think that's modern Yu-Gi-Oh anyway nowadays, you know. Okay. So we've got a fair idea of what the cards do. Light Barrier, be able to select the coin toss. You've obviously got the Light Force as well, which is... Alright, cool. So, discard, add the Sun, add the Hierophant. So, the Sun, activate, set the spell, Arcana reading, bring out the World. World gets heads, send 3, Fusion Summon, trigger the effect, bring out the one that can attack twice, trigger off the Arcana reading, adding Arcana Spread. Arcana Spread, activate, target card, the World engraved, the World tributes itself and something else. Skip the turn. 4,300 on the field. Okay. How do you play about now? Activate the spell card, return back the Hierophant. Arcana reading, banish, bring out Hierophant. Trigger the effect to bring out the other, selecting obviously the appropriate heads or tails for them. Now you can bring out the Sun. Wow, this is actually kind of scary, I ain't gonna lie. Oh, okay, we've got a protection on field. Not bad, not bad. I ain't gonna lie, that shook, mate, the screen shook and my eyes rolled back. I ain't even joking. My eyes are still struggling to adjust. So they've got one turn with 1100 life points leading into Kit, the Imperm, negate, the call by after the Arcana. It's not a major threat anyway. Okay, trigger off the regained, return back, draw a card, and sweep. Okay, so in this situation with Arcana, yeah, you obviously, the thing is, I have come to learn, I used to give a lot of shit for people that ran Fiendsmith, but recently after using it myself, it is the best course of action of baiting out Ash, Imperm, Veiler, whatever the fuck you need to bring out. You know, if you're going to trigger the Engraver, you can add Tract. If they go Ash, then at least it's negated. You can then play Ryziel. You can then go with whatever deck you're running with the Fiendsmith. Look, I retract everything I've ever said bad about it. You guys have been right. Even about the Maxi situation, but we'll get into that, yeah? Alright, let's go. Okay, Fiendsmith Engraver. Add in the Tract. Tract activate. The Lori to the grave. I'm going to be honest, yeah. In the current state of what we have for Master Duel at the moment, I am very intrigued to see what the fucking ban list will be at some point. Because there's too many good decks to not hit type thing. You know, you've obviously got the Apollo Rooster for Malice. Ryziel has already been somewhat hit already. You could obviously... I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued to see where they're going with it, really. Because I think a lot of people are going to drop off. It's not a casual free-to-play game anymore. It's, do you have £100 that you can put into our game? Don't worry, we'll give you one ultra rare. You know, it's that kind of shit where you put £1,000 in and you get one deck out of it. It's like, is it worth it? No. Look, I get it. Most of all, you probably play Yu-Gi-Oh! If you want to become a member, that's fine by all means. We'd obviously duel off camera. We have member-only Discord as well. Massively appreciate it. Helps support the channel, helps support me, and helps support the content I bring to the channel. Adding to that, if you do decide to go with the higher tiers, obviously we will be playing things like Dead by Daylight, and it's a breath of fresh air. And also, if it's a game you want to kind of get into and you like, obviously with Call of Duty, Fortnite, DBD, and stuff like that, your money's more worthwhile going into those type of games than it is Master Duel. It depends on your preference, though. But yeah, obviously, it's a decision you have to make yourself, whether you want to become, obviously, a member to play games with me or not. But we're not here to talk about that. That would naturally happen. Anyway, let's carry on. Into Lacrima, drop the trap card, engraver, return the Luri, special summon the engraver, trigger off the trap card to banish, play into Lacrima. Lacrima, target the engraver, leading into a light barrier, normal summon the Arcana, play into the sequence. Track banish, fusion summon into Rex Tremende. Rex Tremende, discard the cool buy. It's very dangerous to do that, but I suppose you know you're going to clutch up the board, so I suppose giving up your cards is not an end of the world situation. What baffles me is how none of your opponents have got an Ash or a Veiler or anything. I don't know about the other two duels. I can't remember, mate. My nose is doing my tits in. Ash Blossom hits hard here. Access denied. Wow, set form pass. What is it? Stun. It must be stun. Must be Gren Maju's stun, maybe. I'll say a Veiler and Veiler appears. Oh, what the fuck is this? He's really trying to burn out the opposition. Okay, trigger the effect, negate, burn for 2000. Skull Servant, burn for 3. Punch 3600. Trigger off Mahama. Mahama burn 3600 on Trophy. So they are focused on heavily on burn. But you got to make sure you've got enough life points to be able to take the hit for Mahama to be able to trigger. Honestly, man, I swear, I think I'm full of cold. Wow. Ceasefire flips both face down. Plus... Wait, did he win this? Who won? Oh, he won. Wow. Interesting. What a load of shit this is. But I suppose if it works, doesn't it? A Royal Rhino with deceitful dice. That's what Mr. Krabs would look like if he was a Rhino. Right, what are we going up? Tenpai. Oof. I am kind of envious of Tenpai players. Look, I run Tenpai. I enjoy using it. But my hands are always dog wank. They really are. Like, when I play up against someone that runs Tenpai, I think I've got a couple of replays. I think I deleted them, actually. But there was a part where... I swear, they had the most broken hand. It was like Happy Feather Duster, Lightning Storm, Triple Tactics Talent to get rid of my Ash. Then they had Sangan Kaiman. And, mate. Alright, cool. Let's see where we're at. So, Light Force activate straight off the bat. Oh, okay. Cross that designated to get rid of the Fuel Loss. Negate. Trigger the effect. Drop the Max C. They're going to be like, what? Okay, you get to add 2. Discard, add light barrier, activate light barrier, bring up the sun. Sun selects its one it wants. Arcana reading, activate, add yourself Arcana spread. I'm going to be honest, in terms of like hand traps, I don't really know where to interrupt on Arcana. It could be somewhat of a challenge in itself. I just don't really know where the choke point is, because if you're going second, you can't even use Super Poly. You're literally banking on whatever hand traps you're likely to get. Is it Ash? Is it Veiler? Is there a potential play? I don't know. To be honest, I think the Arcana cards are fantastic. Yes, they skip your go, but I think they're pretty fucking cool. You got to win the coin toss first of all. You know, it's not guaranteed you're going to be able to win, but imagine you get a nice run. Yeah, it's like 6 heads. You go first every single time, and you're just sweeping. You know what I mean? Crazy. But yeah. Alright, Trophy, appreciate those dual replays, man. Thank you. Okay. I haven't got any to show of my own. I do have some saved, but that's for another time. All I can say is thank you for supporting the channel. You guys are amazing. If you want me to react to your replays, obviously send them in the member Discord. Well, send them in the main Discord. The only Discord now. Fucking hell. I used to have member-only Discord. I used to have a separate Discord. Then we had the other Discord, like, you know, segmentations, where now it's just kind of like, just, yeah. Let me know if you've got a dual replay you want me to react to. I'm going to do top 5 dual replays for it anyway. And I've worked my way through it. I'll get Nathan, LJ in. We'll watch them together and shit. And we'll see which ones we like the most. Take care. Peace. Troph, thanks again, man. This one's for you. Thanks for supporting the channel. Same with you, Cristiano and Tyree. I got you.